What's up, gamers? We are back with more Starfield, as promised in the last several videos, but this time I really mean it. We are getting back into the main story of this game today, the main story quests. It's been a long time. We've been doing Crimson Fleet faction quests and whatnot, or more appropriately, UC Sysdef faction quests, and now it is time to get back into the heart of this game and figure out what's going on with the Starborn, with Unity, and all that. But first, we have some unfinished business. Don't worry, it's main story quest business. The last part of the main story we played, unfortunately, we watched the death of our friend and colleague Sam. Dead at the hands of the Hunter, killed by the Starborn for daring to stand against them. We have been since then wearing Sam's hat in honor of his sacrifice. And so yeah, we are going to get to hopefully the Unity main story quest today, where Mateo wants us to speak to Keeper Aquilus. But first, we have this unfinished business, attending the memorial service that Noel is putting together for Sam. Now, the quest says I should keep an eye on when it's going to happen if I want to attend. It says wait for the service 5 Universal Time days. And if you track that quest, it leads you here. To your bed in the lodge. I was kind of aware that this room exists. When you first join Constellation, they give you a room. It's even got a safe in it. Here, I didn't figure that out until long past when it would be useful to me to have knowledge of this place. So I never have used this room for anything. But the quest is leading me here, which is very convenient because I assume the memorial service is going to happen here in New Atlantis, at the very least, if not in the lodge itself. And when I click on the bed here, it actually has a wait until memorial option. Now, interestingly, this is the second time that I'm filming this introduction, and frankly, I liked the first attempt better. I've been sort of stumbling over my words in this second attempt, but the first time I attempted this introduction, when I clicked on the bed and I said wait until memorial service, the game crashed, and that is not a great way to start a video, so I'm giving it a second try here. Let's hope that this time it works. This is not looking good. We may be introing this video for a third time. Oh! Oh! Interesting. So attend the memorial service today, optional, wait 24 hours to skip the memorial service. Well, we do not want to skip it. We for sure want to go. Let's head on down and attend.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words.
I would like to speak. Thank you, Noel. Oh, goodness. This is awkward because The first three are like, well, I'm just gonna say it. Sam didn't just die; he was murdered. Sam was my friend. He was more than Akila's prodigal son. He was the best among us. And I'll do everything I can to honor his memory.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So, instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt Mateo at this touching moment, but he is reading directly from a book that I think I'm carrying on me right now. Oh goodness. Okay, well, let me organize by weight so I can actually find books. Here. Sanctum Universum Volume 1, I believe. No. Yeah? No. Actually, I think he's reading from A Greater End, Volume 1. No? Shit, I definitely recognize what he's saying. Excuse me. Sorry, this is gonna drive me crazy if I don't find it. So bear with me. What in the heck? I am losing my mind right now. Wait, is he reading from Charity in a Godless Universe? No. No, 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 no. It's definitely a Sanctum Universum one, I think. Oh, I'm so mad I can't find this. Those words. Here we go. No, it's not here either. What the heck? Am I losing my mind right now? I'm actually so frustrated. Like, I thought I would be able to really quickly go in my inventory and be like, aha! Oh, here it is. He's reading from Among the Grav Jumps. Oh, thank goodness. I was gonna about to lose it. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being?
But a participation in being. For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind, but what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive surging sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from all this. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
So interesting to have Mateo quote from Scripture, from the Sanctum Universum, and then Walter to go immediately behind him and basically recite Scripture or reference Scripture from the House of the Enlightened.
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes.
Where are you going
Due
with
to
this,
the
Barrett?
lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona or get pulled in some gravitational field and coalesce with other debris. Not comforting, huh? But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die. And some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care. Not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity? Even if it's just for a short while. Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We emerge from the universe as we return to it. And for one beautiful moment, we are here, together.
Yes, that certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
I got distracted from Barrett's speech by this strange person in the background, who I guess is Jacob Cole, who flew in all the way from Aquila City to attend this memorial. I can't help but notice that Cora is not here, who theoretically would have had much shorter distance to travel to get here, considering we're allegedly looking out for her as members of Constellation. I don't know. Oh, looks like everyone's dispersing. Is that it? Oh, Cora is here. Holy shit. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, she's up there. Alright, so leave when you're ready. Optional, speak with everyone. We, of course, will be going around speaking to everyone. Let's start with Jacob here, who will probably finally acknowledge that his son's dead. I visited him in Aquila City, and he just wanted to talk about the good old days and didn't seem aware.
My boy. I've lost my boy.
Whoa! You don't deserve to be here, Jacob. You hated him. Did you ever patch things up? Both of these are just like awful things to ask. I'm so sorry, Jacob, that those are dialogue options.
All I ever wanted to do was protect him. But no, he was out the door as soon as he could. Away from his mother, away from Aquila, away from me.
Yeah, he had... Oh gosh, that's all you have to say, huh? They can't respond to that? I mean, the main person I want to talk to is Cora. I wonder if she still hates me for what I did. Cora, I haven't seen you in a while. How are things hanging?
Hi.
You okay,
No.
Cora?
No. And don't keep asking. I'm not gonna be, all right?
Yeah, dumb
Everything's
question.
worse now.
Cora, about
No.
Sam.
I can't handle this. Dad is... Everyone keeps saying things. Mom? Grandpa?
Oh, your mother's
many
still
people.
alive? Oh, no, I get it. Wait. No, I don't get it. Is your grandfather dead also? Is Joseph not your... Or Jacob not your grandfather? Oh, yeah, okay, maybe your mother and your grandfather on your mother's side are dead. Yeah, it's a lot of people. These are all so weird. We can give you space. No, I want her as a member of my crew, thank you.
Is this... supposed to make everything okay? Make everyone feel better?
No. No, but if we drift apart now, we won't be able to help each other. We've lost someone only natural to come together. Yeah, no, but if we drift apart now, we won't be able to help each other.
What's the point? It's not going to change anything.
No, there's no changing what happened, but we have to keep living.
Every day is going to be worse now. Don't you get that? I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Okay, can I like donate to your book fund or something? I feel so bad. Look at Sarah staring at me, judging me. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm not good at talking to kids. Sorry, Cora. Want to watch something cool? I'm going to jump over the balcony. Whee! Alright, well, there's the non-Constellation members gone. I can talk to the memorial easel. Hey Sam, it's me. I miss you. I wish this hadn't happened. See you, Space Cowboy. Noel.
I hope
Noel.
this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much.
Noel, you did good. Could have done more to help, you know. You did all of that when?
Haven't really been sleeping much. I'm not having the best dreams right now.
It's fine, Noel.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
Yes, ma'am. Whew. Heavy hearts all around. I see Walter and Mateo and question mark person are out there. Andrea, I saw, just took off because she just, like, she complains all the time about not feeling included, but then, like, when it comes to stuff like this, she separates herself from everyone else. It's kind of awkward. Like, is that her out here? No, it's Barrett. Alright, well, let's wrap up with the people inside. Sarah.
Hey. How are you holding up?
Barely. What about you? How are you?
It's not really going to hit me until later. Right now, I just need everyone else to be okay.
To be honest,
Take
I
some
feel
time
terrible.
for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms to sit down in if you need to be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together.
You don't need to be strong for everyone, Sarah. You can grieve too.
We all have to get through this our own way. Don't worry about me. Really, I'll be fine.
Okay, Sarah. Oh, she loved that. Okay. Man, I'm really good at romancing you, even though I have no desire to. You're just not my type, Sarah. It's nothing personal. Like, you're a nice lady, but
I am
Vasco.
told these types of gatherings are a sad occasion. That assumption appears to be correct.
That's right,
I
Vasco.
appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming.
I'm gonna say yes just to hear how bad this is gonna be. I mean, facts. Sure, console away.
It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that? I will
Strangely
note
helpful.
that feedback for later.
I love Vasco. Okay, well, let's go, like, we're gonna go on a hunt for Andrea. She's gonna be my next target to talk to. I want to know where she just took off to. The second she was able to escape from the social situation, she was like, I'm out! Ooh, actually, this might help. That's Cora, I think. Goodness, girl, where did you go, though? Like, actually, where are you? I bet she's in the bar, maybe? Wait. Well, what is going on in this room? Look at this. Weapon case inaccessible. Weapon case part 2, inaccessible. I don't think I've ever noticed those before. Oh, she did go to the bar. Wait, who is... What is going on? Who are you? Lillian Hart? Who is Lillian Hart?
You one of
hello?
Sam's constellation people? Lillian Hart. He probably never mentioned me. I mean, I try not to talk about him, so... I'm sorry. That was a terrible thing to say. Cora's mother.
Oh,
Sam's
Cora's
ex.
mother is alive.
God, I'm rambling. Look, I don't know who I should speak to about this, but Cora and I talked, and she's coming to live with me.
No! She could stay with us in Constellation. Is this what
Right
Cora
now,
wants?
she's taking it all so hard. She wants to get away from here. In time, maybe she'll come back.
She could stay with us in Constellation. I mean, I know this is not going to happen, but I gotta try.
That's a generous offer. But I've wanted more time with my daughter for years. Not under circumstances like this. But it's best she's with family. We'll be leaving
So in other
soon.
words, you've wanted to
So say your
get
goodbyes to
custody,
her.
but
If you like.
Sam didn't want you to see your daughter for some reason? I'm so sketched out by this. I feel like Lillian should not... Cora, I guess I'm saying
Hi
goodbye
again.
to you. Alright. There's only one solution to this problem. Just kidding. Whoa, what the fudge? Why do people have, like, quest objectives over their heads now? I guess the game finally realized that I've made the decision to talk to everyone. Well, we're gonna kill Cora's mother so that she stays with the Constellation forever, and I can continue giving her books and stuff. But before we do that, Andrea.
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion.
Yeah, I get it, Andrea. You're on the autism spectrum like I am. It's understandable. You're in mourning too, Andrea, in your own way. What do you
After
mean?
the shock of what happened faded, I have felt nothing else. Just numbness.
Yeah, that's not so unusual. You're mourning too, Andrea, just in your own way.
I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... It is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense.
You're making perfect sense, Andrea. There's no right way to
Thank
feel.
you.
Oh, she loved that. Good, good. Yes, we want to build up our relationship with her so we can maybe get somewhere with her. I mean, maybe I'm just like completely wrong that the companions have companion quests, because I have failed to unlock any of them thus far, but I really want to know her story more than anything else. Vladimir, my boy. Nice to see you down from the eye for this.
Drink?
How are you doing?
Pour one out to the blackest sea?
I'll take both my drink and the blackest seas, thank you. Pour one out for me, Vlad. Now, no drinks. You can give my round to
Two
the
old
void.
friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond.
To old
Aye.
friends. Alright. Guess we're done up here. I'll be back for you, lady. I don't know why Sam didn't want Cora with you or spending time with you, but we're going to respect his wishes and make sure you don't walk out of here alive. I guess I'll get Mateo out of the way since I'm going to dislike
It
talking
almost
to him
feels
the most.
wrong to be grieving. Selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back.
Funerals are more for the living, is that
Yes.
it?
We don't have a way of knowing whether we really touched the departed with our grief. We just have to have faith.
Well, it's okay
It's
to
just
grieve, Mateo.
easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
I'll talk to you last, Barrett, since you're actually a companion that goes with me places.
Chat
Walter.
for a bit? Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well.
Yeah, let's
You
chat.
don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but...
I doubt it. This life is all you get.
Somewhere deep down, I think we all wish it's not true. But part of us knows there's no going back. Even if there is something in the beyond, it's not here, is it? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
Okay, that was just like with Mateo. The characters that aren't part of my crew are like, they don't have much to say, really.
You know,
Barrett.
what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never
True.
seems to work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more.
It's a defense mechanism. Been to a lot of funerals, Barrett?
I wrote the book on them. The 10 Stages of Grief by A. Barrett. Step 1 used to be have a drink.
Well, what
But
is your
nowadays
first
I
name,
settle
Barrett?
on a good chocolate bar. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs, or a piece of jewelry they gave you, half jokingly. Theoretically, of course.
Yeah, I'm kind of wearing Sam's hat, like, right now. So the great scientist does feel grief, after all. Ever think about your own funeral?
Nope.
What a
Not
weird
even
thing
for
to
a
ask.
moment. Funerals are there to remind survivors that they aren't alone. The dead have already finished their part in our story.
Thanks, Barrett. That helps.
You're welcome.
All right, so the game recognizes I've spoken to everyone now. Now we've got some important business to take care of. I'm going to consider it Sam's last wish that his daughter remain with Constellation and not with her abusive mother or something, like the mother that was never mentioned and is just randomly here somehow.
Hey!
This is murder! You're on your own.
Everyone disliked that. Oh, she's
You and
invincible.
I have things to discuss.
Enemy detected in the immediate vicinity.
Oh, that's so funny. So shooting the mother made Jacob Coe hostile. And all of the other members of Constellation are gunning him down. To protect me, presumably?
It is a fact that my...
What? What's going on out here? Sarah's big mad. Obviously, we're not, we're not preserving this timeline. It was interesting what happened, though. Jacob Coe apparently still has respect for for Cora's mother, considers her family. He was ready to throw down. I think he like glitched through a wall or something and disappeared, but he was coming for me. Anywho. Alright, lady, it seems everyone in here has a lot more respect for you than I do. So today you get to live. But you better treat this girl like the princess she is. I want her to have unlimited book funds. You understand? If I don't hear that she has unlimited book funds, I'm going to hunt you down. Okay. As long as that's clear. Alright, my quest objective is to, like, leave so that they can presumably reset the zone. So I'm just going to exit the lodge so that we get the completion for this quest. Okay. Alright, it's time. Time for Unity. We're going to go talk to Keeper Aquilus. Been putting this off for way too long. After reading his literature, I'm very interested in speaking to this man and seeing what his opinion is on the Unity and the Starborn. He's clearly met the Starborn before, so I want to know how, where, why, all the questions. It's a little awkward because I think Mateo is supposed to be here. He was here when I came up to this guy before. I just got an autosave when I left the lodge, so let's see if we can break the quest by talking to him without Mateo present.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Ah, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
This is going to be an awkward conversation because of how Mateo loaded in. We think your church is connected to a group of space weirdos. All right, I'm just going to load the autosave because this is going to be a very interesting conversation. I don't want to be distracted by the back of Mateo's head, you know? So I'm just going to load that autosave. I'm going to run back over there, and then I'm going to move myself to the side a little bit so that I'm not in Mateo's way, and we can all have a normal conversation with each other face to face. I hope you don't mind me doing so. I'd like to soak it all up, and that was real awkward looking. Alright, attempt number 2. So the game will not let you break the quest. Mateo is supposed to be there. And if he's not, the game's just like, well, he is now. I've noticed that characters in this game will walk from place to place. Like, they'll actually traverse the same way that you need to. So I have no doubt that Mateo's, like, on his way here, but he's not running and jetpacking like I am, which is why I get there first.
Private sector. No, that's where the real money's at.
All right, so we're gonna talk to him
helped me through some tough times lately.
From this angle, like this.
Keeper Aquilus?
Oh,
can we have
it happened again. What the hell?
Ah, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents?
All right, new plan. new plan. We're going to go do one small side thing really quickly. so that Mateo has some time to make his way back over to Speaker Aquilus so that we can have a normal conversation with the speaker without some buggy nonsense happening. There's a few side things that I've been wanting to do that shouldn't take too long. I think I mentioned one of them on the last video. There is a location in the Olympus system that I don't remember what its purpose is. And I think it'd be fun to find out. Actually, that might be a long thing since I don't know what it is. Let's look at my missions. Oh, you know what? You know what's a good one? This. I'm level, freaking menus. Menus within menus. Hold on. I'm level 61 now. So we should be good to go to the level 65, I think, system for the quest that we got ages ago. Find the distress call in the Charybdis system. Right, so if we set course here, it's a level 65 star system. So we're close enough at this point that I feel pretty comfortable doing that. Looks like we've never been to the Zosma system, which we'll have to go to on the way. So, fun exploration to happen
something
here.
for you.
Oh, cool, Barrett. I'll grab that gift off you in a minute. Okay. Let's take a look at this star system, shall we? Get a scan on this planet here. Oh, this planet didn't look like much from orbit, but it's got some wildlife on it. Standard O2. Temperate. Nice. Oh, there we go. For some reason, it's like I've suddenly forgotten all the controls for this game. Oh, this is one of those star systems. I find these so interesting. There's like no signs of civilization here. Just taking a peek to see what planets, if any, are habitable here. Probably just the one we came into orbit of. It's interesting that this one's cold, but then this one, which would seemingly be further out, is temperate. Wonder if this is like a hot gas giant? No. It says deep freeze. Yeah, there's a lot of, there's 3 gas/ice giants here, so we're gonna get our scans in on those real quick. Starting with Zosma 5. Then we'll hop on over to Zosma 3. Then we'll take a short little skip over to Zosma 4. Okay. Back to what we were doing here. Find the distress call in the Charybdis system. Oh. Well, well, gamers, sorry for disappearing suddenly like that. It seems that traveling to the Charybdis system crashed both my game and the recording. So I had to restart both. That has not ever happened before. It's a little concerning. Um, it does make me wonder if maybe I've sort of broken that quest. I picked that up a long, long time ago. And so I'm not sure if leaving it undone for like hundreds, like over 100 hours of play has caused some sort of problem with it. But yeah. So I mean, we're not. It's not a big setback. I'm gonna give it another try. Hopefully this time we won't have any problems. Let's find out. If I disappear again, then when we come back, we'll just call it a day and try to go meet up with Mateo. But I really hope it just works this time. That was a real weird one. It crashed like hard crash.
What a ride!
Repeating emergency
Switching
request.
grab, drive,
Facility
normal
Crucible
propulsion.
requires vital materials to sustain the mission. Transmitting coordinates on Charybdis 3. End of message.
Interesting. So now we have a real quest, a real side quest for this. I've received a curious distress call saying that a place called Crucible on Charybdis 3 needs help. I believe it also mentioned in the message that it's an automated facility and that it needs additional resources to complete its operation or something like that. We're in orbit of Charybdis 3 right now. There it is on the map, Crucible. Very interesting. Oh, wow, look at Charybdis 3. Let's get a scan in. A rock planet, 1.16 G, temperate, standard O2, a powerful magnetosphere. There's some bacteria in the water, but all in all, looks like a pretty habitable planet, moderate fauna. Not much plant life, but look at that blue ocean, though. Gorgeous. Well, we've never been to the star system before because I was deliberately avoiding it because I knew this was here. So let's take a little look around. Interestingly, it looks like the only point of interest in this entire system is on Charybdis 3. We've got another temperate planet here, or moon. That might be the only one. Oh, no, this is another temperate planet. High O2, abundant flora and fauna on that one. Ooh, interesting. All right, let's do a bit of scanning. I do want to check out this system a bit. Let's start with this one. I'm really interested in this one. Cryptus 2. So obviously, you know, I'm just doing this to buy a little time for Mateo to walk over to Keeper Aquilus. So I'm just going to do a couple scans in the system, and then we'll head back to New Atlantis. I'm not going to obviously pursue this quest right now. Or, well, I'm telling you in case it wasn't obvious that I'm not going to. Ooh, this planet has some good resources on it. Safe water, high O2, weak magnetosphere, but that's not necessarily a problem. I don't like the planets that are like over 1G because they're really hard to navigate around. One of the main lures for me setting up in the Katydid system was that it was on a moon, and that moon had low G, which makes it really easy to get around. Wow, look at this ocean planet. Oh, no flora or fauna, though. Interesting. So what are the biomes, then? Sandy desert. Hills. Alright. Like the look of it, but no plant life is kind of meh. So we did 2. I think all that's left for me is to go to the Easy Boys. 5A here is an asteroid moon, so I should be able to get the survey data with an orbital scan. Plus, every time I travel, I get an autosave, so we're making sure we're nice and safe here. Then we've got 1, 2, I think just 2 gas giant planets, which will be easy scans as well. Let's go to number 8 here. I do love the look of my ship. Alright. Cool, so we've got the quest now, so it'll be really easy to keep track of this instead of it just sitting on my activities list forever. God, I would love to find the location of the ECS constant. Does that still try to bring me back to where we... Yeah, to Parima. Well, I know they're not there, so... Unhelpful game. That's definitely one I'd love to follow up on, but I just don't know how. Let's go talk to Keeper Aquilus, shall we? Hopefully Mateo has had time to make his way over there by now. We have, after all, been traveling the Starfield. And all he has to do is walk from one district to the next. In fact, he doesn't have to walk from one district to the next. I think the lodge is in the Mass District, right? Hello? Oh, you're just a citizen. Thought that was like a special named NPC for a minute. Like, you look interesting, but no. Just a rando.
Aren't you the one I saw running away
Yeah. All right. Oh no.
Even just the sound of his voice is comforting, I guess.
Oh, you're a named NPC, Andreas Cleason.
Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately.
Mateo, where are you, man? Hello?
Aquilus has seen so much. I'm really glad I can talk to him when I need to.
Catherine Alvarez, you're also a named NPC.
I had this grav jump once, and I don't know, I felt something. Thought I was crazy at first.
Alright, they don't have any dialogue. So the only thing I can think is that when I'm like
not sure if those
fast
Faroon
traveling,
zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what, but they scavenge what they need. Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war, and they like to pick them clean.
Hey, friend. You know how sometimes we have nightmares where we go to work in our underwear? I think you may have forgotten to get dressed when you left.
Be careful if you run into those
I mean,
ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled system. To use old abandoned facilities as outposts. You know, the ones left over
I
from
see
the
that
colony
you
war.
brought your gun, and your other gun, but okay. It seems like maybe New Atlantis is having some issues right now. What I was going to say before I saw a guard walking around in his skivvies was when I'm fast traveling around, I don't think time actually passes in the game world. So I think that's the problem why
it could cause an incident. It would mean my job.
Mateo is not here.
Fine. I'll begin the process. Wouldn't want to withhold a chance for more red tape from the great UC.
Oh, I feel like that was an interesting exchange that I was too distracted to appreciate. Do you have anything to
You
say?
see stalling on purpose. I can feel it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure you're right about that. They're the worst. Let me find a bench or a chair of some variety that I can sit on. Here we go. This will work. Let's see. So it's 1:32 in the morning, so that also might be the problem. Although I don't think that would make a difference. But let's just wait until, like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll wait till 8:30 a.m. Right, we'll just chill here. And I think this is the real estate office or something. We're just going to chill here for a little bit. Give the sun a chance to come up. And that should have given Mateo plenty of time to go and take his post. Mirror speaker Aquilus here.
Yes?
No, still no. Terrence?
There are worse ways to spend the day than talking philosophy.
Oh, you're another one of those. Huh. Oh, well, gang, I'm sorry I went through all this rigmarole, and I think what I'm going to have to end up doing is talking to him and having Mateo spawn in, because I think what happened is Mateo came here
Have you
and
ever
was
heard
ready.
one of his sermons? They're really good.
Yeah, quiet, please. Mateo came here and was ready to have this conversation. And then me doing the memorial quest caused Mateo to, like, return to the lodge for that. And he might be bugged out now. It's possible the only way to get him to actually come here is going to be to initiate this quest and force him to spawn in. I guess what I'm going to try to do is get
Even just
really
the sound
close
of
to...
his voice is comforting, I guess.
Yes. I'm going to get really close to him so that maybe Mateo will spawn in behind me. And it won't be such an awkward conversation, although this is kind of awkward also. Keeper Aquilus, we need to speak.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Okay. This was a little wonky at the start, but I think that approach is working well. We got to see Mateo's beautiful face while he was talking, instead of the back of his head. So I'm going to call that a win. We need to talk to you about unity. We think your church is connected to a group of space weirdos. This is all you, Mateo. God, I don't know why I feel like this is already such a big decision, but I'm going to let Mateo handle this. Yeah, this is all you, Mateo.
We were hoping to talk to you about unity.
But you do have to act. You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Mateo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Ooh. Enter the Sanctum Universum. Okay. Alright, so it's just a really brief conversation out here. I should have just gone with it. Sorry for all the shenanigans. It looks like we're going to pick things up inside, so Mateo will be appropriately spaced once we begin this conversation on the inside here. Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm going to sit in a chair and everything. Okay.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Okay, give me a chance to talk now. Yes. So, this is where I'm like glad that I've taken the time to read all of the scripture for the Sanctum Universum. Because I could say this about the artifacts, but I don't know that that's necessarily going to mean anything to Speaker Aquilus, right? I could say this about the temples and the unusual powers. I'm sure that'll pique his interest, but it won't necessarily mean anything to him either. This option, however,
I understand.
The Starborn.
So much to ponder.
I know from reading his writings that he is aware
start.
of the existence of the Starborn. So we're going to get right into it. We were attacked by a group called the Starborn.
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the people of the settled systems? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought, we enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
Ugh. He is beaten around the bush. Man, it's just like where the future of gaming is bright. In the future of gaming, NPCs like this will be controlled by AI, and I'll be able to just type anything. That, like, I really want to confront him about his choice of wording in some of his literature that he's written. having to do with those born of the stars and the unity. But I can't question him directly about that. I'm forced to. We know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us. I don't need a lecture keeper. I need answers.
More on your mind?
This is a mistake. I mean, these are both really negative Nancy choices, so I'm going to go with this one. We know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
A starborn. Maybe this pilgrim was a starborn.
I'm not sure if he was. But if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible.
Please bring me back to that. Okay, perfect. Like, come on, game. Like, I really did feel some kind of way about the Sanctum Universum before I read all of his text, so maybe I would have been choosing these, like, snarky replies. But I'm genuinely interested in what he can tell us about this. Let's hear this story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Wow, interesting. The pilgrim, I'm going to say that the pilgrim is a starborn, gave both the House of Enlightenment, which their focus is on humanism and humanity coming together for the greater good, and House Varun, their focus is on seeking out a deity, a holiness, deep in outer, amongst the stars, the great serpent, celestial being of sorts.
If you have questions, I'm happy to try and answer. But you do have to actually ask first.
Yeah, I know. I'm just staring at this poor dude. Infinitum addendum. That's an odd saying. It's not specific at all. It just means addendum to infinitum. Like, sounds like the House of Enlightenment and Varun have the other parts then. Yeah, maybe. Unless this story includes a set of coordinates, we're not finding anything. Yeah, I don't know. And then, like, if the other parts, this is a weird way for my character to phrase it. He implied that they were both given a part. He never said anything about...
I understand. So much to ponder. Sometimes it's difficult to know where to start.
Thank you. That's actually very understanding of you to say, but can you... This sort of implies that he must have said something, like I might have missed it, but maybe he was saying that they had both got a part of the truth, but then the Sanctum Universum also got a part of the truth. Sanctum Universum has some obsession with grav jumping, and like they know about the unity, right? So I mean, his writings kind of tell it all, don't they? That the unity is just the nature of reality and the universe and everything. Not the number 42,
Was there
I guess.
something
And,
more on your mind?
and the House of Varun like sort of ascribes more of a presence to that unity, and the House of Enlightenment, you know, they cover the human aspect, that humans are part of this unity and that they're able to strive to become one with the unity, to glimpse the unity, is how the Starborn put it, I guess. To return to the unity is how the Sanctum Universum, I think, would describe it. Huh. Oh, this is actually a hard decision. I want to say both this and this. Like, but I already made fun of this, so let's just... Sounds like the House of Enlightenment and Varun have the other parts then.
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have.
I would love an opportunity to talk to House of Varun, but I have like spent the entire game so far trying to find a way to do that and have come up empty. So I'm really curious if this quest is actually going to lead to me being able to speak to someone from House of Varun. Fine, I'll talk to them. Talking to House of Varun seems like a mistake. They're dangerous. If you've already talked to them,
because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
Yeah, so how did you talk to them? Like, where's House of Varun? Fine, I'll talk to them.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers
right, that's the easy part.
Are more enigmatic. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay, Mateo. I mean, I have many more questions for him. I want an explanation of where he came up with the ideas for his writings. But, understood. I'm doubly, if not triply, interested in talking to this Varun Zealot. Let's take a look at the quest. I said, let's take a look at the quest. Keeper Quest believes there was a pilgrim who kept the truth about unity in a location hidden in stories told to the Sanctum Universum, the House of the Enlightenment, and House of Varun. Talk to the Varun prisoner. Talk to the House of Enlightenment. This one's easy, but prisoner where though? The lodge? What? I presume they're being kept at... Wait, okay. Talk to the House of the Enlightenment. Talk to the Varun prisoner. The lodge is apparently the closest point of travel for this? Okay. Okay, game. I hear you. We'll try that. I'm down. Okay. So in both cases, it's taking me in this direction. I've got to assume they're a prisoner in, like, the masked building. I don't know that I've done much exploration in the masked building. I mean, where is this trying to take me? Underwater? Alright, I admit I'm a bit perplexed by where this is trying to take me. I do see that that at least one of these things is trying to take me back to the tram. Let's go into the main mast building here. I guess I've never actually been in here. Well, I wasn't here to speak to Tuwala here, right? Tuwala? I've never gone in this elevator, I'm realizing. Oh my goodness. Interestingly, none of these are showing a quest marker on them, but goodness, I've never looked in here. Interstellar Affairs, Health and Human Services, and Aegis, whatever that is, Shield is what that means, but Central Command Office of the President's System Defense, SysDef. Right. Lobby, Commander 12's office, that's where we are now. We can go down to the NAT station. Apparently there's an elevator stop there. And the Vanguard Orientation Hall. But none of that seems correct. Um, 15. I mean, that is close. Let's head down to the train station down here.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, okay. This is looking promising. Where do you go? To the well. Okay, okay. So I know there's a security office down in the well. I don't remember there being cells down there, but maybe there were, and I just don't remember. Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you the one who took down the Crimson?
I'm thinking about taking my stuff to an aunt's for their birthday.
Oh, sugar.
Keep your
Well,
nose
that's
clean.
not taking me
Last
where I
thing
want to
I want
go.
is to
This
join
one.
you.
This one's the one. And it looks like it's taking me somewhere weird. Oh, where to now? The spaceport. Okay. It's just taking me in this really roundabout way back to the main UC security office at the spaceport. I think that's what's going on here. Yeah, yeah. That's definitely what's going on. Okay. No problem. I know this says like security staff only, but I've been back here before and it doesn't seem to bother
I
anyone.
see you wearing that neuro amp. Don't try any of that mind control voodoo.
Yeah, they don't like my neuro amp though.
If my shift goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me.
This UC security guy is not a fan of mine. He followed me right back here. Like, what the fudge do you think you're doing, buddy? Okay. Interesting. Wow, she has got the look, huh? Let me, I want to get a closer look at this girl.
Problem?
No problem. You can... So do I have options for like... Ooh, yeah, I can unlock the cells, but not her cell. Oh, this is your desk?
Cool spacesuit.
Thought you'd walked out the door. Well, here goes nothing. Mirza.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
Yeah, the Great Serpent, right? I know you've talked to Keeper Aquilus about the Varun faith. Like, I don't need to associate myself with the Keeper. That's the single loneliest statement I've ever heard, and she'll correct me and say, I'm not lonely, I have a communion with the Great Serpent or something.
Jokes. You come to hear about Varun. Like the guards. Like the Keeper. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more. no less.
Interesting. He entwines the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. I admire your conviction.
The knowledge of the great serpent sweeps away all concern. There is only his inevitable return, and those he will spare. Nothing else. You wish to speak of the Keeper's pilgrim, do you not? I
knew you'd get to that even if I didn't bring it up.
And then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the great serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the great serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
Ugh, not helpful. I think it's really significant that the unbeliever gets struck down but then returns again and again. It again sounds like Starborn to me. When I would take out the hunter, he would just vanish into nothingness and then return. There must be more to your God than just killing. I need to know the meaning of a word.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the great serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
There must be more to your God than just killing.
Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the great serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt.
That's fair.
I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
You have a nice day now.
I wanted so much more out of that. You. Do we need to have a talk?
The great serpent devours all but the faithful.
Is there anything more you could tell me about yourself?
I have told you what I will. Everything else is between me and the great serpent.
How did you end up in that
The great
cell?
serpent
Apparently
called
asked her
me
that
to
before.
fight the unbelievers in the United Colonies. But I was ambushed, and my ship disabled. Now, I am here.
Can I help you? I'd be willing to help you escape if you'll take me back to the Varun so I can speak to others about this story with the unbeliever. And did you say Jin? I already forgot the name. Jinan Varun? So whoever founded House Varun, had the last name Varun. Guess that's all we get. Very disappointing. But let's go carry on, I guess.
Ranger?
Did he just say Ranger? Nice. I like that he recognized me as Freestar Ranger. Weird that they're letting me just walk around their prison and stuff. If they know that I'm a Freestar Ranger, but look at him coming back here to make sure I'm not up to any shenanigans. Just seeing if frontier attire? That sounds fun. I'm sure I already have it though.
File. Huh, what? Not found. Who the hell are you?
I haven't heard that one in a while. I love that. Urban efficiency attire. Urban efficiency attire. Settler comfort wear. Settler comfort wear. Frontier attire. Okay. No harm, no foul, right, guys? Don't look in your lockers. Nothing's missing, I promise. Definitely not someone's clothing. That'd be weird. Weird thing to steal, right? Okay. God, oh, I can't believe the Varun are so like tight-lipped about it. It's like, that's annoying. Because obviously the part of the story that we want is, like she said, the unbeliever gave false prophecy, right? That's the part. That's the important part. The false. Well, what was the false prophecy? Like that's our whole goal was to find out that part of the story, and she just told us the like murder and battle part of the story. Although I think there's going to be something significant with remember these. These 4 fights, these 120 days. Or 120 cycles of the planet they were on.
I can't believe the Crimson
We're gonna
Fleet's
have to like
gone.
find some planet where
No
like
way. Yeah, the space lanes should be a lot safer now.
where like 4 days equals 120 days universal time or something funky like that.
Thinking about taking my spouse to
But let's go get the other piece of the puzzle, shall we?
Welcome to the House of Enlightenment. If
What's up, Andy?
it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh.
No, it's not about that.
Sorry. Can I help you?
I'm looking for something called unity, and no, not some vague concept of the
Keeper
word.
Quillis send you? Oh boy. Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Oh. If you're going to recite meeting notes at me, I want coffee and donuts. You've talked about this with Keeper
Yeah,
Quillis before?
he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms.
Yeah, I'm 1,000% with you, Andy Singh. I agree. But for the sake of the quest,
A
let's
man
hear it.
walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
I also hate the number 2 with a fiery passion. What did they mean each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up?
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
Maybe there's a message hidden in what he was saying.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Can you tell me anything else about Unity? What it means?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first at the beginning.
Thank you, you've given me a lot.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Yeah, no problem. If I can help with any of that, let me know. I'm a big fan of the work you do here. Alright, well, we've gotten absolutely dingus out of those two. I think Keeper Quillis just wanted to send us away so he could talk to Matthias. God, that's not even his name, is it Mateo? About the true meaning of the word unity. Something he didn't feel comfortable sharing with a non-believer like me. Okay. Seems we're having a lot of weird bugs today. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna fast travel back to the Mass District. And we'll pick things up from there. That's my theory. I think we were just sent away. Given a fruitless, pointless task to give him some time to talk to Mateo about what I mentioned with the Starborn attacking us. See, this is where I'm worried Mateo's going to end up betraying Constellation, because I think Keeper Quillis would, you know, take the stance that if we're being attacked by the Starborn, based on his writings, he would take the position that if the Starborn are attacking us, then what we're doing is truly some form of evil, and we should be stopped, right? So I think that's what he wanted to talk to Mateo in private about. And Mateo sort of got the message that he wanted to speak in private without me there, which is why Mateo stayed behind. We have a lot to catch up on. Yeah, right, Mateo. I'm on to you. Ooh, Mateo's gone. Gone back to Constellation to cause trouble, no doubt. Hoo boy. Well, at least we get to talk in private now. Which apparently I have to get up on your desk.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
I learned that you're yanking my chain. In your story, the pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something. I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Jinan fought 4 times over 120 days. The Enlightened story used the word second and two. Am I supposed to take a side here? I guess this was the most interesting one. I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Jinan fought 4 times over 120 days.
If there really is a location the pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. What else did you learn?
Not to me. In your story, the pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something.
What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Was there anything else?
Ooh. Okay. So this might be a clue to the name of a star system. This might be a clue to which planet in that system. Or some sort of coordinates. 4 fights over 120 days. The Enlightened story used the word second and two. So maybe the second planet from the sun in this system identified here. And this has something to do with the time of a meeting.
Planets are often named by number. That second might be
yeah,
the second
Keeper
planet
Quillis.
in the system.
We're thinking
Let's
alike
see.
in that regard, yeah.
We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Well, there is a star called Indum. Next planet I find, I'm naming Dum Dum. What do you think? I think I have everything I need now. Yeah, I mean, that's a stretch, Keeper. I think you already know that Indum is the place, and you're just yanking my chain and trying to lead me to it with your nonsense. I think I have everything I need now.
You figured it out, then? Well, good. I hope you find it. The true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Oh, God. There's something sacred out there bringing everything together. Nope. It's just a word, and I need to take responsibility for finding it. Nope. Only total conviction. Nope. There's something sacred out there bringing everything together.
But what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together.
I didn't have very good dialogue
Should that be
choices, man. I don't know what to
sanctified?
tell you. I don't like the path this dialogue is led down. I'm actually kind of annoyed by it. I feel like this is probably an all roads lead to Rome thing. But like I didn't like the other choices were so mean and like not agree like I don't think there's anything sacred out there. I don't like any of these answers. Gravity is a miracle? No. That's just a natural. Unity is something greater? I don't think it is, though.
If you have questions, I'm happy to try and answer. But you do.
Okay, we're going to just... I want to try again. I want to try this dialogue tree again and make a different choice on that dialogue. Because I feel like it's led me down a path where I'm implying... unintentionally implying that I believe there's some, like, greater power out there, which I do not. My character does not believe that. So I don't want to like even engage in a conversation with that as the premise. So I want to see if there's another option for me. I may have to be a little mean to Speaker Aquilus, but I think that might be necessary to make sure he knows that I'm not an idiot. Hey, buddy. I'll let him know that I'm aware of Indum. Actually, now that... Before we engage in conversation with him, yeah, right here. Didn't even have to look very far. And I've been to Indum. Here's Indum 2. Industrial Outpost. Pilgrim's Rest, that's right. Okay. Pilgrim's Rest suddenly makes so much sense as a location name. I feel like I've seen this, I've noticed this before and made a mental note, but it was so long ago that it's completely gone from my mind at this point. I've never even been to this planet to scan it, but I have been in this system, and I probably looked at this planet because it has points of interest on it. It's actually, besides this moon, I think the only one in this system with points of interest. What's this moon god going on? Science outpost. Oh, Temple Zeta's on this moon. So that's why. That's what would have brought me here before. Interesting. Interesting for there to be a temple in the same system as Pilgrim's Rest. Huh.
Oh,
all right, let's have this conversation.
Yes.
Let's do this in order.
What else did you learn? Was there anything else? If there really is, let's see. Infinitum adet.
Yeah, I'll just tell him. Indum,
Yes,
that's the name of the star system.
The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from
maybe
there,
it's named Pilgrim's
maybe
Rest
you'll
on my
find
map.
the true
Wouldn't that be
meaning
convenient?
of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives. I know you're looking for...
All right. Only total conviction will bring us the truth. We are being tested. No. I think this is what I need to say to be true to my character, even though I don't like it. It's just a word, and I need to take responsibility for finding it,
And
not
once
pray.
you know, what will you do? Even the most objective scientist holds the belief that observation itself will be of benefit to humanity. You will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find the answer. Will that not color your perception of it?
I very much like the direction this conversation's taking now. So I'm glad I did that reload. Because this is sort of like, I feel like that was better for my character's roleplay. The benefit of science is that a person's thoughts can be tested. It doesn't give me a license to define unity beforehand. How is talking about the
When one
unknown
is
supposed
lost,
to help?
looking inward can help show the way.
It doesn't give me a license to define unity beforehand.
So you're committed to keeping yourself from seeing unity as anything other than a rational objective, a goal you're bound to reach. Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Okay. I mean, the ending of that conversation was a little bit weird, but I can live with that. I can live with how that worked out. It straight up wants me to go to Indum 2 now. And frankly, I don't see any reason to not do that immediately.
You won't last long.
Yes! Their grab drive is out of commission.
Oh, really? I literally just got here. How did we take their grab drive out of commission?
They lost their shields. Tragic. Just tragic.
This is a three-star guardship.
Target's grab drive is down.
Wait, what? Oh, Jesus. I accidentally hit one of the Freestar ships, so we're gonna have to reload. That's my bad for not doing a save before we jumped out there. I really don't like how that works because it's like I don't even think like I did the attack. I think like my auto turret might have done that. I don't freaking know. Like I did click on that ship to target it and started shooting at it, but it was already red. So like it was already marked as an enemy, and I don't know what caused that. I think unfortunately this is going to load us back prior to the conversation with the speaker, so we're just going to bum rush through this again.
Oh, you're back.
And then I'm for sure going to save, okay? Sorry for...
Yes. What else did you look?
Stretching this out more than's necessary.
Was there anything else? If there really is, let's see.
The way that all these stories were like so weird, I feel like this is not
yes,
Indom.
that's it. And from there, before you, I know you're looking. And once you know, you will be taken. When one is lost.
The benefit of science is that a person's thoughts can be tested.
So you're committed.
Well, I'm just going to go with the same dialogue choices I made before, so that I can just skip through his response. So now I'm gonna use this to get an autosave post conversation with him, so that when we travel there, if some spacers are randomly encountering me, there's some random encounter that causes trouble, we don't have to worry as much about it. I mean, knowing how things work in this game, I'm not going to encounter anything this time. I'd like to encounter some spacers. It's fun to do space battles. I really love it. This ship is designed to be pretty good at it, but... Oh, what are you? Oh, you're just a free-star something. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're not being attacked by spacers this time. Also, can we just note that, like, there was a whole-ass asteroid field here before? That's, like, apparently not here anymore? Am I crazy? Ugh, get me out of this frickin' menu. So let me take a little peek around. Have I scanned these gas giants yet? I don't think that I have. Oh, there's something on this moon also. A few things. Another temple. There's 2 temples in this system? That has got to be significant. That has got to be significant. Alright, I'm not going to beat around the bush. We'll get a survey scan on these 3 gas giants later. Let's go. Let's do it. To Pilgrim's Rest.
Landing gear. Check. Thrusters. Check. Landing site. Clear.
I love that my ship is like 90% bridge and the rest of it's just like a couple small compartments and various ships systems. Okay. We'll get some surveying done while we're here. Code-face grazer. Oh, he's being hunted by something. Don't mind me, Predator. I'm just coming through. No need to attack me. My Pilgrim's Rest is right there. Oh, hello. Alright. I'm not gonna do too much surveying. We obviously want to go see what's up with Pilgrim's Rest. Search for clues on Unity is what it just updated to. The objective, that is. I mean, okay. This looks like a really old school, like, wind turbine. Like, this is just an outpost, yeah? Some polymer. An old wind turbine. Interesting. Look at these cairns. Or cairns, however you pronounce it. Those stone piles. Ooh, I like this one. Look at that. I mean, this is just someone's outpost, you know? We'll certainly look around for clues, but I mean... They had a greenhouse. Is this planet breathable, by the way? No, I'm wearing my spacesuit. Notice there's no airlock on some of this. The Pilgrim's Writing 4. Ooh, okay, okay. I'm just gonna pick that up. I'm not gonna read it because the fact that there's a Pilgrim's Writing 4, yeah, leads me to believe that there's gonna be at least... Oh, sugar, hold on. Ugh, I was hoping to not have to go into new items, but I don't want to be carrying around this microsecond regulator. We can remember Pilgrim's Writing, right? So we've got 3 and 4. It looks like there were quest markers on those, so presumably there's going to be quest markers on all the pieces of evidence I'm supposed to be collecting here. Let's go over here. A valve I can't turn. This looks like just some sort of tank. Getting on top of it hasn't accomplished anything for me. Ooh, there's something right there that I missed, apparently. Pilgrim's Writing 2, okay. Just looking for number 1 now, which I gotta assume is inside this one building I haven't been in yet. Not seeing any more quest markers around here. Oh. Pilgrim's Writing 1, okay. I'm gonna read that all in just a minute. Alright, we got a door here, and a door here. Looks like just a storage area, so I'm gonna pop in here first. Or a bathroom, I guess. I am not crazy. Spelled amped. I amped crazy. Don't you say that I really want to see what this item is. Pill bottle. Oh, okay. I thought it was peanut butter, if I'm being honest with y'all. Access the locked room. Come on, game. I'm not trying to do that. Seriously? Can we? Alright, so search for clues on Unity is still... I think I've found the resting place of the pilgrim that Keeper Quill spoke about. I should look around and see if he's left anything that tells me about Unity. So we have those 4 clues and a locked room, which is kind of a spoiler to see that pop up because I hadn't even approached this door yet, but unlock requires computer, pilgrim's computer. Alright, we're not going to touch the computer yet until we've had a little bit of a read. Pilgrim's Writing 5, okay. I'll take a fancy compass, sure, why not? Interesting, okay. Let's go check it out, shall we? First, I'm just going to look at new items to remind myself what it's called. Pilgrim's writing starts with a P. All right, we're just going to go into my notes now. Once I stop clicking all the wrong buttons in the universe. Scroll down to P for Pilgrim. Okay. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them. But I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them, for a lack of vision, when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. This is a starborn that was once human, I think. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake I wish to be left alone. So here's the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions that I can never help, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that word. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could. But if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. At last, a bit of peace, a piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Interesting. So I think for Pilgrim's writing 1 through 3, he was still living amongst society, perhaps having that encounter with the Varun, or the founder of the Varun, perhaps having that encounter with the sanctum, whatever. Why can't I remember the name of an entire religious sect in this game right now? My brain is mush. Sanctum Universum. See, this is what confuses me about the Sanctum Universum. All of their scriptures are written by Keeper Aquilus, but it sounds like all of these religions seem to have some sort of root in ancient, like some sort of ancient origin from hundreds of years ago, around the time that this pilgrim walked the earth and communed with all of them, and in his own way, trying to lead them to this place. But then again, like, why would he be trying to give them clues to this place when he came here to be alone? I think is the impression I'm getting from this, to meditate, to explore the unity his own way. Seems like he was losing his mind, too. I find myself thinking about the various pasts and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. Ew, yeah, that's interesting sounding. Various pasts and my possible futures. Continuing the road or passing through once more. Passing through what? To another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here, that road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path. If I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power. If I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart, and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught, and perhaps brought others to the light and died. If I simply lived and taught, and perhaps brought others to the light and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There's something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I am grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. Okie dokie then. So about this room. Requires computer. Pilgrim's computer, okay. Unlock personal room. If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. What are you talking about? How do I open this door? Where's the food? What is the unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness is a direct quote. They're too heavy. People gotta go on diets. We all seem to end up just fighting each other. No, people are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? None of these, right? In growing, becoming better, stronger? A nice cool drink on a warm day? In stopping, in embracing compassion? I feel like he said that was contentment, but it faded. And I feel like he said this was contentment also, but it also faded. I think this is the right answer, though. In growing, becoming better, stronger. That is an answer, but it is not my answer. Find my writings. Read them closely. Well, what the buck, man? I feel like that was the answer. Well, I got pretty far along that tree. I mean, do I brute force it, or do I go back to his writings and try to understand better? I'm going to give it one try. I'm going to go back to his writings and try to understand better what he was saying. The true contentment thing, I think, was... He covered that mostly in the final writing. So let's read that again. So he says, more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. It leads to a more contented version of myself in that future. And then stopping, right, also leads to a contented version of himself. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There's something more like not stopping is the answer, but how do I give that answer in that dialogue tree? Let's try again. Maybe I misunderstood something. Unlock personal room. What is the unity? People are necessary but madness. Myself. A nice cool drink on a warm day? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, fine, buddy. I'll pick the other one, but I'm just brute forcing this. I don't feel like it's clear from your writings, if I'm being honest. In stopping, in embracing compassion. Like, this is the best answer that I would choose if I was just reading this and answering without basing it on his writings. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything you must find its beginning. On Hela 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion sting hides the truth. Looks like we're bound for another planet. Find the scorpion sting on Hela 2. Hello. Permanently increased laser weapon damage by 5%. Don't mind if I do. Don't know if I'll ever use laser weapons, but I do like me some permanent upgrades. Oh yeah, I need to stop looting random guns. I don't actually need money for anything anymore, really. Goodbye. Okay. Well, I'm gonna save. Feel like we've gone through a lot at this point. Let's actually save way down here. Save over an older save, just in case something goes crazy. I do want to see this. Hela 2, huh? Where's that? Ancient ruins, forgotten military base. What the heck? Ancient ruins. Is this one of the places I've already been to find a temple? Or is that like a new point of interest that spawned on the planet when I got to this point in the quest? I've never been to this planet before, so this must be new. Yeah, that's where my quest objective is, so I guess I've not seen that before. There's a bunch of points of interest on this planet. I kind of want to see this on the galaxy map to see if I've been to this system before. There's a lot going on here. Kind of looks like I've maybe passed through this system before because I do have a scan on this planet, Hilla 1. Well, I think I'm going to go investigate this ship real quick. Because I'm a cat, and so I must die via my curiosity. Alright, well, it said ship, but I am not seeing a ship. I'm just seeing a debris field. So was there a ship here that got destroyed? Is there a ship hiding among the debris? So I'll grab a scan on this planet while I'm at it. Okay. No, I'm not seeing anything that could be a ship, right? We all agree on that? Just a debris field, yeah. Ooh, wait. Hello. What are you? I don't know if this is coming through well in the video, but it's making a weird sound when I aim at this. It reminds me of the weird sounds made when I'm aiming my scanner at a temple. See, I aim away, it stops making that weird sound, right? I mean, I admit, it kind of feels like I'm chasing ghosts at this point, like... Alright. Well, I think that is a great place to end the video. When we return, we'll go down to the ancient ruins, apparently, on the surface of Hilla 2. And we'll find out what that's about, where the pilgrim is leading us, what the meaning of scorpion's sting is. And, yeah, we'll continue unraveling this mystery next time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. As always, have a fantastic day.